What's up, guys? Today we're playing some Dredge in Modern. So I'm here with Jeremy Hines, who goes by Jeremy Hines on Moto. He's the one who got me into Magic in the first place, and he plays a lot of Dredge. I don't play Dredge at all, so I thought I'd bring him on, and hopefully he can teach us a thing or two.
I'm Jeremy Hines. I made the weird decision of making my handball moto also Jeremy Hines and not something fun. But I used to also stream by the Word is Branch. So you may know me from that. When I was streaming, I was playing a lot of Vintage and Modern. And in Vintage, it's like Dredge or Doomsday. And in Modern, it has been Dredge. I play a lot of Murktide as well. But Dredge is the deck that I just like that feels like my deck, I won a challenge, a vintage challenge on Moto with Doomsday, but I've had a bunch of like finishes with Dredge. I got like, I think it was like 11th at Eternal Weekend the year it was online. Not like amazing, but it was like, it did stuff.
And if people want to support,
They
or
want to support me.
if people want to support you, where can they go? Like, I'll put all the Twitter and social media stuff in the information below, but you can.
I use Twitter. It's at the Word is Branch. I am a photographer. So if you actually want to support me, you should go to my photography website and book me for a session. But right now I'm streaming. I started streaming again on the Word is Branch on Twitch, but I'm doing another game. I'm doing a game called League of Legends, but I'll probably go back to doing more Magic the Gathering soon too, because that is still my core game that I love. I'm just feeding an addiction right now. So
let's talk a little bit about the deck. We have 6 fetch lands, 4 shock lands, and then what's up with like 4 city brass and 4 mana confluence in this deck?
So like you ideally want to have 2 lands that can cast turn 1 Tome Scour into like turn 2 Throwing Discovery or Dark Blast or a terrible game casting Thug. In order to do that, you need to either fetch really, really well or have the Rainbow Lands lost. Doesn't matter because you gain so much life from which is a card that when it goes from your library to your graveyard, you gain 3, or it deals 3 damage, which is important.
Yeah. Right. And it's cool that it doesn't target either.
It doesn't target, and it's not ability because you exile it and it does that. It's not a thing that can be countered.
Yeah, that's nice. And I think it's cool that you have the rainbow lands too, because if you don't have them, you're going to be shocking in. You're going to be taking like 6, but like you said, fortunately, you have Creeping Chill to kind of alleviate that pain if you can dredge well.
Yeah. Yeah, the life loss from the lands does add up in like really grindy games, but you don't normally win really grindy games with this version of Dredge. This is more of like a ball of lightning burst out a bunch of dudes, maybe twice, and you get there. Whereas like originally Dredge, when it was more based around Loam, was trying to win through Conflagrate, which is still in this deck, but it deals damage equal to the number of cards you discard to the cost when it's a flashback from the graveyard. The way I like to think about Dredge, the cards in Dredge, is it's 3. So this is just in like the cost order, but like if you wanted to, you could organize them in a different way. The Otherworldly Gazes, Tome Scours, the Cathartic Union, and the Throne Discoveries are all like the enabler cards. And then you have the Dredge cards themselves, which is Dark Blast, Thug, Stinkweed Imp, and then you have the payoffs, which is Narcomoeba, Ghoul, and Rise Amalgam, and then Creeping Shell. The Oxes are kind of in their own, I guess, their 4th category, like the Oxes and Conflagrates, because they are kind of like a payoff when they get into the yard, because you need them there to be functional. You don't want to draw them, but they are also an enabler card, like the Cathartic Union. It's like it's identical to Cathartic Union, except you discard your whole hand. That also plays into like put cards back after a mulligan, like what cards go back. Like they need to be in like specific places of your library in order to be functional. When you have those 3 parts of the deck, then you need to balance them out when you're sideboarding. You need to balance them out in your opening hand. You need to balance them out throughout those things. So if you think of it that way, I feel like it becomes a lot easier to like grasp what the deck is trying to do.
So this has 2 Otherworldly Gaze. I think there used to be more, but now the most recent versions have a full set of Tome Scour. This has been like a smart decision because it's just like turn 1 enables, like it increases the chances of hitting a dredger. So on turn 2 you can dredge, and then hopefully you have a an enabler, and then dredge even more. Is that like accurate to say?
Oh yeah, it's a wonderful addition. The nice thing about the gazes were that they could save hands that were like one landers because you got to it almost felt like you had a consider or something, but like instead of that card that you're drawing, it's just like in your graveyard. It's in your graveyard for later. But
Mm-hmm.
the great thing about it being like 5 cards is you get a really high likelihood of getting both an enabler with a payoff and like a dredger in that pile. A non-zero number of times I've tome scoured into exactly like a dredger, chill, and a cool, and like 2 lands or something like that. Like, and that happens frequently. Like I've done it with that. I've done it with Dark Amoeba Amalgam. It's not always going to happen, but you get these really nice starts. And like part of the fun of Magic and part of like the way to like win in Magic is capitalize on these little like freak accidents that happen. So like you get this little freak accident of you have a turn 1/3/1.
So I will say that exact description happened on Thursday against me.
It did.
For those of you who don't know, Jeremy and I play Modern on Thursdays typically, and we played this past Thursday, and he annihilated me while playing Dredge, and he turned one Tome Scoured and got that exact Creeping Chill, so like Ghoul, and just it was over from there. So like
Nice.
just turn one this can just win you the game like outright. Like turn one this and then enabler, and then you're done. The deck has been pretty stock for the most part. Just like changing a couple numbers here and there, but the overall list
Yeah.
has been pretty stock. And with Dark Blast, I know Dark Blast has come and gone too, but it's gone from like 0 to 3. But we're at a max of 3 here, or not a max, but we're at 3 here.
The list I was playing
Yeah.
prior to this was running 4.
Oh wow.
Because
Okay.
at the time there was lots of Ragavan. Like that was like every deck was Ragavan deck.
This was
Now
when
it's like
Murktide was the best deck
yes,
before
exactly.
before Rakdos. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like you just needed to have those outs, but it was always been a flexible card. I did have another point to talk about with the Tome Scour real quick.
Yeah.
The reason it's able to be played now and it might not have been in the past is because you can Tome Scour into an Ox of Agonis, which is the same thing as having a Cathartic Reunion. So like take for instance, you have a hand that doesn't have a Cathartic Reunion in it or a Throne Discovery.
Mm-hmm.
Like that card basically needs to be resolved in order to have the big explosive turn. You kind of can't keep it. Like that's not a keepable hand because you get basically 1 or 2 draw steps and then everything else from there on, if your game is working right, is so when you have the Tome Scour, you can keep a hand sometimes that has the Tome Scour and no Cathartic Union, thinking that you smack into a dredger, you start to dredge, and you'll get an ox. And so that's part of why you run 3 oxes, because you need to be able to get into that quickly. Now, I wouldn't necessarily keep a 7 that the only way to like dig into your deck is just a Tome Scour, but I would keep a 5, like absolutely, because you get those outs.
All right, cool. Yeah, I mean that totally makes sense. It's just like
Yeah.
a huge starting point. All right, so that's just the brief overview of the main deck. So let's move to the sideboard. We have 2 portable hole. So when do we think we're bringing these in?
The portable hole is for small things. It's a small hole. It does it's for Sanctifier and Vec. It's for that card because that has protection from red and black, which is like what most of your removal is, the lightning axes and things, which we'll talk about later. But the whole twist around that. It also removes all of the small anti graveyard artifacts, relic progenitors, which like it would still when you put it out, they pop it normally, but it at least like gets it off the field.
Mm-hmm.
It's cage. It's what's it called? The unlicensed hearse. So
Unlicensed hers.
it
Yeah.
it hits a lot of the things that you need to hit. It misses Leyline of the Void, and it misses Ashiok, which is like not a thing anymore. As a person who plays a lot of decks that use the graveyard, I don't like when that's a thing. It really is. It really is annoying.
You'd hope that by the time they're hard casting Ashiok, you have done some stuff already.
You would hope so.
Yeah.
You would hope so.
Yeah.
So then we have the ley lines. That is for targeted graveyard hate. So you used to be able to bring in ley line for like people that just had artifact removal, people that had like the Nile Spellbomb. But now, if you see a deck that's playing black, they could be playing the Lantern as well, which doesn't target. So you can't bring that in for that. So there was a period of time where you could just assume they're playing black, their graveyard hate is probably now Spellbomb because it's an insanely good card, but that targets, so they can do that. So like if you see the opponent in game 2 has now spell bombs, then maybe it becomes a thought process. But when I'm looking at Leyline of Sanctity, I'm bringing it in for endurance. Endurance is not really a thing that you can deal with any other way than just trying to like play through it somehow.
Yeah, I'd say Leyline is definitely for endurance, especially because Rhinos is a very prevalent deck right now, and they're running 3 to 4. Endurance is just very popular in green right now. I'd also say if we do happen to run into Burn's definitely our best matchup.
Yeah, it is definitely the best matchup. It is normally very free. Your deck has to really like fumble on itself. The wear tear is mostly for tear, unless the opponent is like an artifact deck where you like are constantly trying to like other artifacts, or you have seen the fact that they are like a multiple cage, multiple hearse like pieces of artifact hate. You mostly bring in the wear tears for Leyline of the Void because you're just trying to tear their enchantment.
And then we have 2 Gemstone Caverns.
2 Gemstone Caverns. So Gemstone Caverns comes in replace of 2 of the Rainbow Lands, specifically 2 City of Brass. The fact that City of Brass, the pain creates a trigger, it sometimes gets you in trouble.
Yeah.
And I've gotten screwed on Moto before because I tapped my land before trying to cast the spell and had that spell exiled. It was a whole thing. So yeah, it's a yeah, you should not do that.
So this typically comes in on the draw then, right?
Yes, yeah. So comes in on the draw every time.
Yeah, so you can like literally turn 1 cathartic and just wreck someone's day.
Yes. At our Thursday night event last Thursday, my opponent played a Mana Dork on turn 1, and with my Gemstone Caverns, I Dark Blasted it on their turn 1, and then dredged on my turn 1 it back. So I got to dredge on my turn 1.
That's just fun. Like, yeah, the value is. Then we have Thoughtseizes. I assume this is for like more like combo decks.
So you can sometimes bring it in for trying to beat another combo deck because you're kind of like doing a combo. So like you want to see where you fall on that scale of like, am I trying to out combo them, or am I trying to like disrupt them a little bit and do that things? But it is also for endurance. The way I sideboard with Dredge, very feeling based. You have to figure out if that person has other cards in their deck that you want to Thoughtseize besides just a graveyard hate, or if it like would slow them down, and if you can afford to do that. If you know they're playing like 4 endurance and that's like what they do to get you every time, then like if I can fit 5 cards in there, and then I'll do that because that's 3 Leylands and the 2 Thoughtseizes. But if they're like a mixture of things, you start like diluting your deck down. But the Thoughtseize is really good against the 4 color. It's another answer to endurance, kind of, because they still get to like endurance in response or something. Right. But if they're a deck that like relies on, like if you're playing against like Rhinos, so like you could bring in Thoughtseize against Rhinos, because if they endurance in response, you get to then take their like 1 agent, which like completely switches the game. Chalice is there also for like Rhinos,
and Living End,
Glimpse of Nature. Yeah. So just for
Glimpse of Nature.
Yeah. There you go.
Glimpse of Tomorrow.
Glimpse of Tomorrow.
Glimpse of Nature is like Legacy Elves.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So we have Chalice of the Void for Cascade decks. We're only bringing this for Cascade decks. We would never bring this in just to put on 1 to hose like Murktide or like Hammer or something like that. We would handle them differently because I know
it's your stream. So like if you want to do that, I like one-ups. So like if you want to do that ever, but I don't know if I would.
Nah,
I can't think of a time that I would actually do that.
Yeah, because I think we have enough sideboard cards here that this would be overboarding. It's like it would end up being like overboarding where I would want this in here if it's not just Cascade. So I think that's fine. Probably, for just. Yeah. And again, Cascade's so prevalent online right now, so yeah, I think it's fine to have this as a one of. And then lastly, we have 2 Lightning Axe, which deals 5 damage. We get to discard a card, which typically would be a bad thing, but for us, we love it. And what's this usually hitting?
This card is really good. The main target for it is Gothic Voidwalker. It's an answer to that. The problem with hitting the Voidwalker is whatever card you discard to the Lightning Axe gets exiled by the Walker. It's also just good against really any hate bear that is not specifically Sanctifier on back.
And I'd say against Shieldred too. I would probably bring this in against Shieldred. Or is that too? You think that's too much? I don't know. Like red black.
It really depends. Yeah. The problem with sideboarding with Dredge, you don't actually know what your opponent is bringing in for hate. You only know like what they showed you and what other people have played in the past, and like what you might think, what they could play. So you have to make a lot of calls, and so you'll find games where like against this one specific, you bring in Lightning Axe because you know what? In addition to the fact that they might have a random card, like they have they have a 5 toughness creature that you just need off the board,
Mm-hmm.
because you're not always faster than everybody else, and you win through combat damage. If your opponent's deck has a lot of like bigger creatures than you, or just like a lot of them, you can't get through damage. That kind of just clears the way.
All right. Yeah, I like that. Makes sense. Just heavy creature decks, hate bears, just Dolthy, Shieldred, anything that's like going to be super disruptive to our main plan for the most part. All right, so that is just a brief overview of Dredge. So I hope you're enjoying the content. If you are, make sure to hit that subscribe button and let's get into the gameplay. Welcome to round one. We are on the draw. This hand, I would say, is not good.
The thing is that hand has exactly 2 lands. Sometimes okay, you want in your deck, the amalgams you want in your deck have a dredger. The Dolphins you want in your deck, so it's a mulligan.
Ooh, okay. So this is a
Six.
one lander, but Tome Scour turn one, and we can put Dark Amoeba back.
Yeah, we're keeping the hand.
Okay, let's keep City Breast, Tome Scour, target ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, so Throne Discovery, Amalgam, Ghoul, Tome Scour. So you
we
didn't hit a dredger.
so at upkeep, we're
Yep.
going to Gaze. Oh, we brick.
So the land goes in the yard.
Creeping Chill goes in the yard.
Yeah. It sucks to not be able to do anything this turn, but stack the Ghoul in the Amalgam.
Oh, true. Okay. So we didn't
So we
do.
didn't brick at all.
Yeah. So we bricked on the Dredger, but so this will come into play tapped because we can't do anything with it. Bowmasters. All right. Bowmasters target us. Ghoul
The Creeping
triggers.
Ghoul brings back the Amalgam on their end stuff.
And they scoop. Okay, so this is going to be a tough matchup because they have 3 to 4 Leyline of the Voids.
All right. So look at this. Is there? So they definitely have the Leyline of the Voids, the Wear Tears. They could have small artifacts, but if they have small artifacts, you get them with the Wear Tears.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't bring in Portable Hole here because it misses too much of their deck. I would bring in Lightning Act because we don't know if they play sideboarded the Dolly Voidwalker. They could sideboard. They could have like they definitely have
A
the
Shieldred.
Shieldred, which is like
Annoying.
it's not like a game over, but it really makes it hard to close the game because you really are like 1 or 2 big bursts of damage. So like if they are gaining a lot of life, you don't get there, and they also destroy your creatures a lot. So yeah. You want to bring the Lightning Axes, and if we didn't have a bunch of other stuff to bring in, Thoughtseize is just nice because I love Thoughtseize. But
Are we
you can
taking out
take out
Darkless?
well, the way you sideboard with Dredge is you take out pieces of things.
Okay.
So you can always bring in 3 cards for free. You just take out one of each of the sections.
Okay.
So I would take out 1 Otherworldly Gaze, 1 Dark Blast. What's better here? Probably just take out the Narcomoeba with that. Right.
Okay. I guess Darkless hits Bowmasters.
And so now for this, I think you would then, if you want to bring in the Lightning Axes, you could take out a Thrilling Discovery, and we might not need Conflagrate. They don't have creatures.
Yeah, the only
not really.
yeah, they just have Bowmasters and Shieldred for the most part, but it's like a Karn the Great Creator deck, so
it's nice as like a random big finisher, but like your hand is going to be destroyed.
This
Too many lands.
This is an easy mulligan. Too many lands, no enabler, no way to get anything in. I mean, there's a way to get into the yard, but it's just too many lands, so we're gonna mulligan.
Wait.
Well,
that's fine.
Okay.
So this because look, if you put back the Narcomoeba and you keep it and you draw a land, you do the thing. Like you do the thing the deck does. You test the Cathartic Reunion. They can't disrupt it. They can't even Thoughtseize it away.
So they mulligan to 5 also.
That's step 1 of the like, are we trying to keep a hand that does a thing? Or are we trying to keep a hand that beats the fact that they mulligan to 5 and they are trying to like find the buff behind the ley line?
Yeah.
So you could keep this and then hope to draw another land, hope to draw a Wear Tear, hope that they didn't have the void, or you could mulligan again and try and find exactly like Wear Tear, Cathartic Reunion, Dredger, land, which is too many cards. So it would have to be land, Dredger. You'd be short a Dredger. but kind of like keeping this now the more I'm talking about it, because
So I mean, we
if you
can
do
keep.
draw another land,
Mm-hmm.
if you do draw another land, your chances of finding a wear tear are much higher because you can cathartic union to dig through your deck if there's a Leyline of Void out.
That's fair.
It doesn't just like dredge you, like you can actually like dig through.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't draw another land, you just don't play the game, and that's kind of the.
So my thought process is like we don't have wear tear or the second land, so that's where I'm like teetering more on mulligan than keeping. But then we have 2 turns to draw land, and then we have a lot of dig. But if they have the Leyline of the Void, but what do you want to do? Totally up to you.
This is game 2.
Yeah.
So I would keep this because game 2 is a learning game.
All right.
We need to figure out exactly what they have and their play style, what they're doing. Game 1, we learn nothing.
All right. So hopefully no Leyline of the Void. No Leyline of the Void. So now we're just banking on land. So if they Thoughtseize, we're Thoughtseize proof.
Yeah, they Thoughtseize away 1 cathartic, and we have another cathartic.
Sweet. Okay, so we have to bank on drawing.
We did.
Nice. Okay,
cool. So they could Thoughtseize again, and then we're screwed. But
oh, this is gonna be good, huh? Okay. I
think so.
So we're gonna mana confluence. We're gonna. Oh, and guess what?
Wait.
What?
Sorry, that was so aggressive.
Wait, they conceded. No. They heard you. Wait. Concede. Wait, so
the thing I was gonna say is I thought that was a City of Brass, and I wanted to mention last time you were doing it that you need to cast the spell first before you tap the brass, because it's a bad habit to get into, because then you'll get stuff that exiled out of your yard.
Gotcha.
But
I was gonna say we could tap for black with Orborg, but okay, they conceded. Yeah. Interesting. So our opponent mulligan to 5, couldn't find Leyline, and Thoughtseize and didn't like what they saw. So easy game 1. All right, welcome to match 2. We are on the play this time. Sweet. And this is a close one. What do we think about this hand?
This is close. So this is one of those things where is Tome Scour an enabler, or is it like half an enabler? And that's what you have to decide. The things I don't like about this hand is there is a Narcomoeba and Amalgam in your hand, without a clear way to get them into the graveyard. But they will eventually, like the Amalgam will eventually get to the graveyard with an Ox, but the Narcomoeba is just a dead card. So this is already a 6 because of the Narcomoeba. So it's likely mulligan. But we do have 2 lands, and we do have the Tome Scour. So the Tome Scour would have to hit a Dredger, which would eventually hit an Ox, or after Tome Scouring, we need to draw.
Yeah, I feel like I don't like this hand as much because of how you describe it. So we can mulligan.
This is a wonderful hand. Bottom.
Because we only need 2 lands. All right, so we're going to turn 1 Tome Scour. So, okay, so here's the thing I didn't ask. Should we shock and Steam Vents or play Mana Confluence there? I guess it doesn't matter because we're going to end up doing either anyway, but...
It does matter here, specifically. The play is Mana Confluence, actually, because you want to Tome Scour on your turn, and then Dark Blast what they have.
Oh, true. Okay, so
like on your upkeep.
Yeah, because I get you. Like if they go turn 1 Ragavan, I could upkeep that.
Yeah. And then you would dredge it.
All right, we dredged pretty well though.
Yeah, but that's fine.
Okay.
But you're not punished for it. Okay. And I don't think I noticed it until after you play the land. so you're good.
But that's a good like just in case kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right, but we dredge Stinkweed, Thug, and Dark Blast. So this, please don't be a Ragavan. Oh no.
That sucks.
This is Living End. So we are against Living End.
It's kind of a fun matchup.
It's interesting. Yeah, we have a lot of things in the yard, but their stuff is bigger, but we go wider.
Yeah, it's played out many different ways for me. Like it's played out where like you just overwhelm them and you're like faster, but we are not faster currently because they griefed them.
Right. So we're dredging.
So let's stop for a second. Yeah, we're dredging the Stinkweed in.
So we got Creeping Chill, Narcomoeba, but that's all we got.
Yeah. So let's think for a second. You don't have an Amalgam, right?
No.
Okay, so say yes to the Creeping Chill, say no to the Narcomoeba, unless you think you'll get there with a 1/1. Because if you leave the Narcomoeba in your graveyard, then it will come back with Living End.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't think what's going to do much.
And this is a tough matchup in terms of sideboarding. I mean, we'll discuss it more, but some lists run Leylines, some run Endurances, so it's kind of a mixed match. I'm gonna edit this, but our opponent disconnected for like almost 10 minutes, so we're back. We're gonna hit yes for Creeping Chill, hit okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And then it'll say, do I want to? And then we'll put no. And we're hitting no because we want to keep stuff in the yard and because we don't have any amalgams to get back.
Yeah. in the case that Mr. Mike DeVo just edits out that entire break, I think I said it during the break. Narcomoeba will come back when they're living in, so it's good to have it there. And also, it's not bringing back an amalgam. And also, you sometimes need it to exile the app.
True. All right, so they play Misty, crack Misty, get a breeding pool here. So they're going to be cycling a lot. Maybe Waker. Waker's going to be really annoying, actually, if they have Waker. And they have Waker. All right, so Waker's annoying because it gives all our creatures -1/-0, so it just makes them a little bit smaller. Are we can't do anything because we have no targets for Dark Blast, right?
Yep.
We're just passing. Upkeep, we're going to Dredge, Golgari Thug.
What? So here's the thing: if they living in next turn, you want to have a Thug in your yard. So I'd take Dark Blast.
Okay, because it's only one more.
It's only one more. That one. Let me call it a difference, but
so we
you
only
might
have
as well use it now.
The gaze. All right, that's unfortunate.
If you use it now, they can force negation it. Use it on their turn. You can't get back a Ghoul because Ghoul has to be a creeping shoal on your turn.
Well, don't we want everything in the yard anyway?
Yeah, probably.
So let's do it at their upkeep so they can't force it.
Yeah, I like that actually.
So we're not dredging very well. So that's like one thing with dredge is like they took our enabler and now we're just kind of floundering, hoping to get lucky. And that's what you talked about in the intro. Just sometimes you do have to rely on getting lucky, but that's like any deck.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're just gonna
put
a Ghoul. All of these in the graveyard.
You might want to land. Let me think for a second. Is there any world where you
like hard cast?
You might want to put the land on top. You definitely want to bottom. I mean, like bin a City of Brass, and you want to bin a Ghoul.
Okay, so we're gonna bin that.
If you dredge next turn and you hit like Narcomoeba, Amalgam, Creeping Chill, and then get all your creatures back, living in it away. So I'd take the land and take a natural draw step so that you could start hard casting the Stinkweed Imps that you have. Like after they
living end. Oh, so they're not going to. I think they're taking their time. They're going to fill up their yard more, it looks like.
Okay.
And this also has trample, which is annoying. So they have trample, hexproof, waker, grief. Their living end's going to be very, very good. So this is the tough part. Like, shouldn't we be filling our yard more, do you think? Or do you think it's too slow to naturally draw a land now?
If you hit an Ox, you can then get a big turn. But then they just I guess you could always do it and just not. You can dredge and say no on both on the Narcomoeba, but that kind of sucks. If it was me solo, I'd take the land because it was the idea that I thought of. You do what you want to do. I
mean, we'll go with it. So cancel. Should we hard cast this now, I guess?
No, because...
Oh, never mind. Yeah, because they're just going to do the thing. Okay.
You guys cast it. Sorry. That was stupid. You want to hard cast it because if it gets put into the graveyard from the living end, then you can dredge more.
Cool. Okay.
I knew there was a reason I did want it out.
As long as they don't subtlety it, that would be really annoying. Yeah, because that'll put all the creatures in there, and then we'd have to take natural draw steps. But because we have this out already, yeah, it sucks that this is such a slow start for us.
Chills.
All right, so there's the shard list. We only hit one.
Okay, so our win con is the 3 chills that are left and a conflagrate.
Okay.
Because we probably won't win with combat what their board is.
All right. Well, at least they have to take like a Dark Blast, and then Architects is going to target us, but we're just going to dredge anyway.
Yeah, if they make it so we don't have they can't because it's just in the
Yeah, all our stuff are just like 0-1s. That's kind of annoying. And their stuff is huge. I mean, we're going to block. Our stuff's going to go to the yard and then very, very slow, unfortunately, after that grief.
Yeah, our hand was the exact speed that dredges when it keeps a hand with one enabler and gets it removed. It always does that. That's like what has happened.
So we're gonna dredge Stinkweed up, right?
Yes.
All right, we hit nothing except for Conflag.
The Conflag is good because we needed that extra point of damage.
Okay. So we have Gaze.
We have Gaze. We have Dark Blast.
Should we Gaze now? They could have Force, but...
So let's talk through this plays. You can cast the spell Gaze. You can cast the spell Conflagrate. You can't attack. You could cast a Stinkweed Imp. You could cast a Dark Blast. Lets you possibly hit an enabler like a Narcomoeba, but you don't even have an Amalgam.
Yeah, we haven't hit anything. I don't want Conflag getting forced. I feel like I'd rather than waste force on Otherworldly, if anything. Oh, we hit everything here. So these are all graveyard, yeah?
All graveyard, yeah.
Bottom, or graveyard. But unfortunately, that doesn't do anything right now.
And they have no X1s, right?
No.
Okay.
So we're just gonna pass. So a pass, and then I guess we're just gonna chump as much as possible. Except, oh man, this is gonna give Waker
we
trample.
Might just be dead.
Yeah,
we must be dead actually.
God, we hit so badly. So let's see.
do any of the math.
So we're gonna get hit for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, unless they have outburst. If they have outburst, we're dead. So they're gonna give Waker trample.
And you can also like Dark Blast. No, you can't because
it's not worth it because it's like the same difference, right?
Expand. Yeah.
So if we block here.
So the good thing about this is that Golgari Thug dies and then
9,
Narcomoeba dies.
15.
You put the Narcomoeba back on top.
We are dead. We are dead.
Oh, we are dead.
We are dead. And they have outburst also. Okay. So we're super dead. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, cool. So we talked about it a lot.
Yeah.
But the thing to note there was the Narcomoeba with the Thug. But if it comes up again, I'll talk about it.
Okay.
Cool. So definitely the Chalice. That's why they're here.
Yeah. Definitely ley lines for endurance, right?
I would assume so. But like, you play more of the Cascade decks than I do nowadays. Do you think they are on Void?
Some lists run so they run like if they do run, they run like 1 or 2. So based on that knowledge, is it worth it to bring this and just kind of hope they don't have it? Because we can't sideboard in like 8 cards, right? That's way too many.
Yes, that's way too many.
So
6 is fine.
Okay, so let's take out all the Dark Blasts, right? Because they have 0 targets. Or are we still doing our 1-on-1-on-1? It's like never, it's never hitting any creature.
Because we have to take out 6. Let's try doing all the Dark Blasts out, yeah.
Okay. And then do you want like the 1-on-1-on-1?
So we'll do, yeah.
Like that?
Cool.
Then we'll bring these in.
So Thrilling Discovery and Gaze are from the same group to take out a Dredger. But we already took out 3, so I guess that's probably fine.
Oh, this is an easy mulligan.
Yeah, because you've got a Dredger. It's the final Dredger.
Yeah, we have 2 Creeping Chills, an Narcomoeba, and if they grief us, we just lose. Also, Leyline prevents against grief as well. So
correct.
Yeah, this is awkward.
You would bottom the Creeping Chill. You have lands. You have Sanctity.
I kind of like this, to be honest.
I kind of like this because you have the Sanctity. You have the lands. You get to keep all the things in your yard. And if you draw a Cathartic Reunion, you have 2 perfect cards to pitch to it.
Yeah. Do we want to put out slow. 1 leyline or 2? Probably 2. 2 would play around Foundation Breaker.
Then 2. Yeah.
But are they bringing in Foundation Breaker against us? I feel like they're not. There's no way they're bringing in Foundation Breaker.
Do they play full Force of Vigor? 1 and 2 are the same against full Force of Vigor.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. So it really just depends on if we think they have. So we're going to keep it just so you can keep.
Yeah. So we'll get rid of Creeping Chill. I mean, if anything, they would bring in just like 3 endurance and then, okay. Take them both in? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Why not?
I think there's more downsides to
keeping 1 in hand.
Like the 1 in hand is nice to have another card for things, but like I think there's more risk of it getting destroyed by like 1 Besage.
Yes, good point. But we need to like act quick though. Yes. Oh my god, the worst draw.
Cast that.
Oh man.
Because in a game 2, these things do get there.
Again, you killed me with an Archamoeba. All right, so we're really looking for Thrilling Discovery or Cathartic. They shock that in, cycle, and they pass it back. Come on, something. Am I casting this? Am I playing this and casting something? So we're gonna click on the spell.
Yeah.
Do we want?
I kind of want to play Stinkweed Imp because then if they living in,
I clicked Stinkweed Imp. I'm sorry, I clicked Stinkweed Imp in it. But yeah, I agree.
Is more aggressive.
Yeah, I mean maybe they don't have it. Maybe they just have a bunch of griefs and endurances in hand. I hate how we're playing like they have a Leyline of the Void in play. Like this isn't what you want to do, but
yeah,
it is what it is. All right, so they're not going off this turn. I mean, again, they don't have to. All right, so they cycle. All right, so we're gonna go to combat. They're stuck on 2 lands. I love that. So we're gonna cast the other Amalgam this time to be aggressive. You think we want to stay aggressive like that? So whenever so like I'm typically on Rhinos or something like that. So whenever I play against Livigan, the only way I win is when they get stuck on lands.
The deck does, yeah. When the deck doesn't do its thing.
All right, they drew a land, so we lose. Gotcha. Now they're just gonna cast like Shardless Agent, and yeah, when they don't hit their land drops, any other time I just get crushed. Yeah, here's Shardless. I guess too. Here's the thing: if we played Stinkweed Imp, then we'd have a Dredger in the yard.
Yeah, that was why I wanted to play it the last turn.
Yeah, but, I think with the spot we were at, we like had to be
like the Amalgam made more sense.
Yeah, just to be as hopeful as possible. Tome Scour herself.
Wait. If you play the Stinkweed Imp, you block and kill one of their creatures and then get a Dredger in the yard to dredge on the same bet. A Tome Scour would get you.
So we should do that then? Save life and
yeah.
We cast Stinkweed Imp. If you don't know, Stinkweed Imp has weird death touch.
Yeah, it's a trigger death touch.
So interesting.
You can stifle it.
Yeah, right. All right, so we're gonna block, I guess, the end. Actually, no, we'll block Stripe because this is ETB. I mean, this is a 5/7 versus a 5/5, but like, I mean, nah, it's not gonna make a difference. We go to 4,
That's
and
gross.
we have to dredge the Stinkwynip. Oh, let's see.
So we need to hit Creeping Chills to do anything.
And we hit nothing.
Did we hit nothing?
We hit nothing. We hit Thug, Confluence, Cathartic. So we're going to Tomb Scour ourselves now?
You Tomb Scour yourself, and if you hit Ox, you might win.
We hit a Creeping Chill, but that's it. So this is
No,
just a very...
days, no Ox.
This is just a very unlucky game then. And then we just lose. So yeah, we just lose.
We just lose.
Dang. All right. Sometimes it'd be like that. Jeez.
So it goes, so it goes. We kept a hand
with
on the reasons that we thought, can you keep a dredge hand without an enabler? I don't know.
I think it was a good... The ley lines, I think, were good. I'd keep it. I'd keep that again.
Yeah.
All right, welcome to match 3. We're on the draw, and we're up against Gigantha. So that means it could either be Tron or it can be Prowess. Hopefully it's Prowess and not Tron.
Yeah, it says so.
This hand has 1 land, and it's not blue, and it does nothing. So we're going to throw this back.
Yes, sir.
All right. This hand is better. It's keepable, but it's not the greatest, and we would put back Narcomoeba?
We would put back Narcomoeba, yeah.
All right. Do you think we should keep this? Or can we do better?
You can 100% do better.
Well, like, yeah.
Like, there are 5s that, like, blow this out of the water, but you do have Tomb Scour, and you do have 2 lands, and you have cards that are good to pitch, but you don't have a Dredger to pitch to Cathartic, even if you draw it, so you have to hit a Dredger off of Tomb Scour.
Yeah. I mean, does being on the draw make it any better?
Let's keep it.
Okay. Just because we have the 2 lands as well, so...
Yeah.
Why not? After that last game, which just got to get something. Arid Mesa.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're up against...
Prowess.
Yeah. So that's good. So this is probably going to be... I'm going to say it is going to be a DRC and a Bauble. Oh, we called it.
Good call.
Oh, man. I played against
the script.
I know, but I played against this on Thursday too. So it was just like, all right, so they bubble us. Jesus. All right. We draw the Creeping Chill, which is definitely not what we want to see. Are we going to City Brass Thoughts Tomb Scour or Foothills?
I would Foothills for Steam Vents. Get the land out of your deck.
Yeah, let's thin our deck here. Can't believe that. Worst draw possible. All right, so we're going to Tomb Scour ourselves here. Ooh, big hits. 3 Cathartic Reunion.
That's funny.
Oh my gosh. But an Ox as well. But like...
That's kind of...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we didn't hit a Dredger. God, that's just... Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. There were no Dredgers in your hand, so like it's statistically more likely that you would Tomb Scour into the Dredgers, I think. But you know,
this is like the rhinos of my Dredge career.
So like the vintage dredged list plays Creeping Chill most of the time, and one of my finishes, I think it was the Toronto weekend one, I had cut Creeping Chill, which was like controversial at the time, you know, but because I was really just tired of drawing the card. It was like it does nothing when you draw it, when like there was other options at the time where it was like, okay, because bridge from below, if you draw it, you can eventually get it from your hand into the graveyard, and then it will do things again. Whereas the Chill is always dead. We don't hit really well. We can't cast that Ox yet.
No, we have to. Well, they're gonna hit for 5. We have to play City Brass and just pass. Honestly.
Oh yeah. We have nothing.
I would love to draw. This is brutal. Yeah, so typically we'd be
probably dead.
Yeah, 3. Just very unfortunate. We can't get anything into the yard to Ox back because we're getting him for 3, 4, 5. They only need 4 points of damage. And I bet you they're gonna like Surreal Lava Dart into the yard somehow. Yeah, and I'm trying to think what we could draw here to get us out of this, and I don't think there's anything.
Yeah, because we're probably dead in 2 hits, right?
We're dead. Well, they're gonna swing. There's nothing we can draw to not lose here.
Is that just game? There with the bubble
6. I mean, they're hitting us for 6, but they can just like bolt us. I mean, maybe we'll just take a draw step just because. But if they just have bolt,
let's see what they have. Is it bolt? Preordain puts you to 1, and then we never cast another spell, so they're dead.
Okay. Jeez, turn 3. All right. So against Prowess, they have Soul Guide Lantern. They have like small artifacts as their thing. So
yeah,
Portable Hole. Is that all we really want? I guess. Like that's pretty.
The last time I played against Prowess, I brought in Lightning Axe, and I don't know if it was correct or not.
I like Lightning Axe because most of their damage is creature based.
Yeah.
So I like
that. You can like really slow them down.
All right. What do we? They're all 1/2s besides DRC. So I mean, again, do we just do our normal?
So Dark Blast actually kind of sucks. Yeah. Outgaze, and then we and out Narc, but yeah.
And then we need 1 more cut.
No, let's keep the enabler. Cut another Dark Blast.
Yeah, because they're most likely going to have Pierce and Soul Guard Lantern. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, Pierce, it does hit the enablers. All right, so we're on the play. You think Ox is too slow?
It's just a risk that you run low on dredgers sometimes.
Right. Easy mulligan, no lands.
Yeah, that's just That's gooky.
Home Scour.
I keep it. And if you have to take some natural draws, then you take some natural draws.
So we'll keep bottom Narcomoeba, but is it worth it to even though we Tome Scour to take natural draws? Are we gonna just get Steam Vents here?
Yeah, yeah, I like Steam Vents. I like Steam Vents Tom Scar.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
What sucks is if they do have the Soul Guide Lantern. All right, we hit one chill. We hit Stinkweed Imp, Prize Amalgam, and Thug.
Cool.
Pretty good.
So this is a decision that you have to make here. Do you want to play the game where you hope that Stinkweed Imp into an enabler and stuff like that? I don't want to play that game really, where you just like try to slowly get there with like one dredge turn.
Yeah,
and
there's
now
a
it's not
Soul
gonna
Guide
happen with
Lantern.
that.
So we're
So
gonna
you
take
need to-
natural draws now. Turn one Soul Guide Lantern. Well, we wanted to. Oh wow, okay. They exiled immediately, so they don't want to. So we're
So
okay.
that's perfect. That is perfect. If we draw a land, we're in really good shape. That's fine. Let's do it again.
Wow, I'm surprised they cracked it that fast. I mean, do you think they have another one?
I think we can't play around it. If we draw a land, we have in our hand a way to rebuild from another.
Yeah. So we're in the same spot again. Should we? Well, we can't even cast Ox. Like we can't cast anything.
Yeah, correct. So you have to
take natural draws. Yeah, I think it's I think it's fine. They're not pressuring us. They're at 14 and we're at 20. We got time, I think. Are we chumping? Is there a world where we chump? All right, so they
yeah, I didn't think about that.
They dart our Narcomoeba.
I think you wouldn't.
I think we would anyway because they would end up doing that regardless.
Pump it up somehow. Yeah.
So we have to take this natural draw, looking for a land, cancel.
And that would have brought back the goal.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's so frustrating.
So that's the risk of like, okay, like you can take a dredge here and then like maybe later on look for a land, but like when do you look for the land, you know?
I know, but the fact that we hit Creeping Chill again, I'm telling you, dude. So they Seek the Beast, newest card, and they revealed Bauble and Expressive. That's really good hits. I can't believe that. We're gonna take another natural draw step though, and we're gonna hit the land, and then we're gonna throw in Discover. As long as they don't have Spell Pierce. If they Spell Pierce up, I'm gonna be so. I don't think so though, because they would have held up mana last time, I think, or they just wanted to seek, and then maybe they had the land for the Spell Pierce. I don't know.
They play like 4 Spell Pierce, so
they play in the side, but I feel like if I was them, I wouldn't board in Spell Pierce against Dredge.
Then you'd probably be wrong, man. Like that's a good card against me. That's a really good card against
me.
Yeah.
It is like it only hits 6 things,
but it hits the 6 things.
The main
matter.
6 things.
Yeah.
All right, and we're taking a natural draw. Oh my gosh.
So that's kind of where I go with like not wanting to ever keep less than 2 lands, but that hand seemed promising.
No, for sure. Yeah, I mean, if we just draw a land, we're off to the races. All right, so I mean, at least they're not really pressuring us too much. GRC, they have a Lava Dart in the yard that they could pitch for the mountain if they want to start triggering this.
This might be a big turn.
Pretty easy to do stuff when your opponent's not doing anything.
Yeah.
So like we need to hit a land here, I think, or we just straight up lose. They don't have Delirium yet, which is pretty funny, but they are holding up Steam Vents again. So more than likely Spell Pierce, only at 10. But are we shock? We have to shock in Sacred Foundry, right? And then when this gets Spell Pierce, we're gonna cry.
We have a Thug in the yard, right?
Jeez. Yeah, we do.
Because we knew they had Spell Pierce, I guess we could have Cathartic Reunion, but the problem with doing that is you discard the cards, and in this case, it might put us short on a card. That would be fine.
Yeah, it'd
be fine.
We would have gotten rid of these 3.
Yeah. So I guess play there was probably the Cathartic first.
Knowing that they
have Spell Pierce, yeah.
Yeah. Or assuming that they did.
Yeah.
3, 4. They have Lava Dart, so 3. Go to 1. If they have like any spell, we just lose.
Well, we stabilize if we hit well.
There's no way they don't have like another burn spell, right? I mean, maybe they just have all like pierces and stuff.
Well, we don't win through another pierce. That's fine anyway.
They had growth.
There we go. Okay.
Unlucky, man. All right, this is match 4. You get to be on the play. And we have an easy keep for once, finally.
There you go.
So Cheap and Krill, not the greatest, but we have 2 Cathartic, 2 lands. Does it matter if we lead off on Brass or Confluence?
No, they're the same here to me.
All right.
Confluence better as a land, so I would go with that one first.
And we can always Dark Blast. Opponent mulligan to 6. Will we get to do the thing? Will we finally get to... And at this point, we're like hoping to draw Dredgers, so that way we can discard them. All right, so we're going to play Mana Confluence and pass. We'd love to see, like a turn 1 Ragavan?
Yeah, that would be wonderful.
That would be ideal, yes.
Oh, that'd be so nice.
Or like a DRC Plane. It's going to be a Esper Sentinel, yeah.
Sentinel.
Do we let them draw? Yeah, they did mulligan. So we're going to... If we do this now, they're going to draw, and then if we cast Cathartic, they're going to draw. So I feel like we don't blast it because we have Cathartic and we don't need a Dredger in the yard? Or do we want to do it just to have the Dredger and Cathartic?
Would Dark Blast them now, let them draw, and then on your next turn, you Cathartic.
Oh, and then they don't draw, duh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
gone.
Yeah, that's smarter. For some reason, I was thinking they were going to draw twice, but yeah, so we let them draw once. we have a dredger in the yard so we can dredge.
Yeah.
And then
the dream is to not have to ever take a draw step.
we're gonna dredge this. So we're definitely against hammer time, but we put a dredger in the yard, which is sweet.
Stinkweed, that's sick. All right, and so you know what to do from here.
So cathartic, we're gonna discard 2 cards. So we're gonna discard. Do we want to get rid of Creeping Chill and Stinkweed because we already have the Stinkweed, or just in case get rid of the Dark Blast?
You want to do Dark Blast Stinkweed. You can always get the Dark Blast back, and it is not impossible to whiff on Stinkweed.
All right, so we're gonna go Stinkweed.
Stinkweed.
We're gonna do Stinkweed again, and then we're gonna do Golgari Thug. Or did you
Dark
want to get
Blast
Dark Blast to kill some shit?
To get the Dark Blast back, yeah.
Be quicker, or I gotta take my time. I'm just thinking like maximize. I think we should maximize everything.
Yeah,
but
it's game 1. So.
Yeah, only 1 prize amalgam,
okay.
But no Silver Smoke Ghoul.
But we do have another Cathartic Union.
Yes,
so that's really sweet.
Oh man, I can't wait. Oh, we did hit the Creeping Chill, so we
get the cool.
Oh, we get everything. Okay.
Yeah, boy.
So we get 8 power, turn 2, I like it. In before like Stoneforge Mystic for Hammer and
yeah. A lot of times the games that lose against Hammer, they get the Shadow Spear and just gain too much life, and I don't have enough damage left.
Yeah, that's a tough. Also, another thing too, I think with doing Dark Blast there, so we could have Dark Blast in hand, dredge Dark Blast, and kill Stoneforge Mystic if they go to get
Yes, that's true.
So that's definitely a consideration. Play Inkmoth Nexus. There's a Shadow Spear, but if that's it, interesting.
Right, great.
Okay, so we're gonna.
So now we definitely want one deck. We want the Dark Blast.
We don't want Golgari Thug here. Oh, we have one already, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Well, should we attack first, or does it matter?
There's no difference in this deck, so it's up to you.
All right, let's attack.
I would.
They have a mana open. They can.
There are like versions of dredge that it might matter, but with this,
big hits. 2 Stinkweeds because they're the maximum amount of dredgers. Do we want to ever get the second Dark Blast, or we can get it back next time?
You can get it back. We'll see what we hit.
Stinkweed. And then Golgari Thug.
So you do bring up the point of the 2 toughness creatures. So let's take the other Dark Blast. We can double Dark Blast instead of doing the. I mean, like you can always double Dark Blast on your turn, like
like upkeep and
but
I can't see them getting out of this.
I can't either.
They don't have Saga going.
With the fact that like we have a lot of blockers and stuff.
Yeah.
So even with the
so Fool gets back prize amalgam, or with Narcomoeba, so many triggers. For just like the one like prize amalgam. Okay. All right. So this is kind of what you want to be doing with dredge here. Turn 3, they have 2 lands and a Shadow Spear and a Dream, and then we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13. There's Pure Steel. So they could play more artifacts and equip this for free, but we have double Dark Blast, so it's like it's not going to matter. We would just cancel off the lifelink. Nice. Okay, so against Hammer, this is what I'm thinking. How do we want to shave all this stuff?
So the brasses go for caverns.
Yeah, 2 brass for 2 cavern.
That's a heavy sideboard.
Right.
It's a lot, but it is a tough matchup. Right off the bat, we can go to 2 Oxes.
Take 2 Oxes out, or go to 2 Oxes in main?
Yeah, I like it like that.
Okay.
1 is really, really low.
Okay.
So we'll see how it goes. And then we have to start shaving. So we have 6 we're bringing in.
Yeah, I mean, so we definitely, let's do 3 first. Let's do Wear Tear. So we have 1 Ox. If we take out an Otherworldly and a Narcomoeba, that's 3 Wear Tear in. Portable Hole takes care of everything?
Takes care of everything, and you need it for the Sanctifier. So we definitely want those 2.
Yeah.
Take out a Golgari Thug.
You want Thrilling or?
Keep in the Thrilling. Okay. I'm thinking differently about that because we are only at 6 as it is.
Yeah.
I would cut a Tome Scour.
And then maybe not the Lightning. The Lightning Axe, I mean, it could be overkill. They all are creatures, so it's tough to say. Like, they win through creatures.
I don't see another cut that does the deck feel,
All right, let's try that. I know it's so hard. Like, I want the axes. I want like.
Yeah, you can really only sideboard like 3 to 6. Like, it's just tough. It's tough because then the deck just doesn't function. You need the balance.
I like this hand.
It is a great hand.
We have 2 sideboard cards, Tome Scour.
Yeah.
And 2 lands.
Yeah. Again, it doesn't have the draw 3 in hand right now, but
but I think we'll slow them down enough to where that shouldn't matter. I just want to see Saga, man. Turn 1 Saga. Let's do it.
That's gross.
I mean, I'd love to cast this for its fuse, but
yeah, you don't often. I loved casting Wear Tear for fuse out of Jeskai Breach. I miss that deck.
Turn 1 Plains go.
Still fine. That's not a good start. That's a really bad sign for us, actually.
Does that mean they have like 2 drops and crazy stuff?
Yeah, it means they have like hate and
We're just
like
gonna go Tome Scour.
Paladin or something. That's all we got.
Yeah. I wonder what they kept. They did mulligan to 6. Oh, I was gonna say
Mana Tithe.
I am fine with
They
that.
kept Mana Tithe.
I was gonna say Mana Tithe too, which I think is hilarious, but that's fine.
I mean, I'm not thrilled about that because that was our only way to
Stuff in the yard.
Yeah.
I mean, this will just be a slower controlly matchup, I guess, but
yeah, let's see how that goes.
Maybe we should have went land go expecting the Mana Tithe.
Expecting the Mana Tithe, yeah.
I was gonna say
That's
that
beautiful.
too. I can't believe they brought in Mana Tithe. That's such.
Yeah. I mean, it worked.
There's a saga.
Played right into it.
Do we want to tear that now? I guess we don't really have anything else going on. We could.
Well, but we drew the through land, so we can wear tear
true,
later.
We can. I know, but this is gonna start making constructs.
All right, so just tear it now.
I'm gonna play a land. I'm gonna get this tapped, a shock land, and just use the white here for. They could have. Do you want to do it at their upkeep so that they use a mana? If they have protection for it, I'd rather them use it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's smarter.
Maybe their upkeep stop. If they want to save it with a surge and they have to tap their mana. Thank you.
Nice, dude. You called it.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks because the way we lose too is constructs, but they're not going to be able to make a construct this turn, but they will be able to get a hammer or something.
Well, their saga gets grave hate if they don't want to get a piece.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's annoying too. I mean, if it gets grave hate, we just portable hole it, I guess. Yeah, I'd rather, again, this is slower. All right, this will go get a, I mean, it doesn't really matter, I guess. Steam Vents or like, does it matter because we have the 2 rainbow lands?
Yeah, I get Foundry.
We definitely want the double red.
Yeah, you always have double red.
All right, we have to take another natural draw.
Lands that aren't double red.
God, we're drawing like garbage. All right, we're casting. What are we casting here? Thug?
It's amalgam. Yeah.
I didn't know if
you can't block with a thug to get into your yard because it always sticks a card back into the top.
Uh-oh. I thought I did this poorly. Blue. All right, we'll play prize amalgam. Yeah, I wonder what they get with. I mean, depending what their hand is, they might just be super proactive and get an aggressive either hammer or spear. The floating mana. I mean, and if they see us like playing lands and casting creatures, they might have to Gingerbrute. Okay. And another saga. Oof. So maybe they have some stuff naturally. Yeah, Sigarda's Aid.
Yeah, they might just have the win.
Yeah, they just have hammer. Sword of Light and Shadow. Protection from white and black. Lightning. So this is why I'd like Lightning Axe. If this is what they're, well, I mean, this is what they had in hand. They didn't search for this, but.
Yeah. That's interesting. Okay.
But I mean, it's, it gives protection from white and black, so doesn't matter. I mean, to be fair, it's a 3 casting cost, so it's like we're playing very slowly, and I don't think it's going to matter too much. So this, you gain 3 life and may return up to 1 target creature card. Okay, so they can't use the ability, so it just gains them 3 life. But we can't.
Not that scary.
We can't block. We can portable hole cigar. Can we portable hole? Yeah, we can portable hole. Yeah, I think we have to. And this has protection from black, so it doesn't matter. Are we like we're losing 2 life each time we cast stuff? Is it worth it? You said don't cast thug though?
Don't cast thug. You're not allowed to cast a thug because if you cast a thug, you can't discard it if we draw.
Gotcha.
I'm not sure if casting the ghoul is correct or not because you're going to attack with this amalgam, and then if we gain life at all, then it'll be okay. But right now,
yeah, I mean they're gaining 3 life return.
Yeah.
I mean this game's not looking good. It's turn 5 and we've done nothing.
The Mana Tithe on the Tome Scour was actually like
backbreaking. I know, that's hilarious. Who knows? Maybe we draw. They're like doing nothing too, but we're just like doing more nothing.
Yep, they made a 3/3.
I know.
It's unbeatable. That's really funny. Is there any reason to?
I already tapped. Is there any reason to what?
I know that's fine. You can cast it.
Oh, do you want me to sacrifice a draw card?
My thought process was if you wanted to wait to cast the chill to be able to get the ghoul back if it dies in combat, but it'll still matter anyway because it will have seen the chill.
So I think we should do this anyway. We're gonna lose no matter what. So we might as well sack this now and try to draw into Cathartic or something.
No. You need to cast chill because if you just die, right?
No, we're only getting it for. Oh well, this can block.
It can block, and it might block the ghoul and then bring it back.
So we're only going to gain 1 from this.
Well, then draw with your weird mana.
I'm going to draw with my weird mana, and we're going to keep white up just in case I draw thrilling.
Now we can cast the Ox next turn, which doesn't do it. Oh, it blocks it, but we die because we lose from the life loss.
Yeah, we just take 3. Can I just concede?
Yeah. No, we're just dead. Yep.
Yeah, that was embarrassing.
We learned absolutely nothing about what they against us. But we do like Lightning Axe, I guess, a little bit better.
We want like 1, a Dark Blast, because they really don't. They're usually like
they
2
don't
toughness.
have a lot of like 1 drops. but you're down to
Dredgers, 1, 2.
bring the Dark Blast back in and pick out a ghoul.
It's like a painful league, man. I thought
Yeah,
this would go
I
so
mean,
much more smoothly.
there are leagues of dredge that are just beautiful, beautiful acts of God, and then
We're,
there's other leagues of dredge that feel exactly like this.
we're keeping
So,
this, right? 2 lands,
yes,
cathartic.
it's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I envisioned losing to just a ton of graveyard hate and not just losing to never drawing well. Are we just gonna mana confluence Tomb Scour first, or should we
Yes.
fetch shock?
No, I would mana confluence, which leaves open Dark Blast for Sentinel.
Oh yeah, we said this. All right, we hit.
That's good enough.
Yeah, I'm just thinking when we cathartic and we pitch those two. I just really don't want to get mana tithe again. If they
Let's do what we can. If they just pass with white open like that, we don't cast.
Yeah, I was gonna
with the
say.
cathartic.
Do we care about dark blasting this or no? We just want to pop off.
Oh Lord, we can always kill it later
Okay.
with Dark Blast. So let's just
We're gonna dredge this dark
we
blast.
don't really care about it. Yes, we dredge Dark Blast, fetch.
All right, gaze, hit nothing again. Am I just getting Sacred Foundry again? Or I'm sorry, Steam Vents.
I'd get Blood Crypt
Blood Crypt.
because you have Dark Blast in
Oh
hand,
yeah, true.
and they don't cost left to pay.
Discard 2 cards. 1, 2.
So this is like a risky cathartic because we only hit 6. We might actually just whiff here. Yeah, we did whiff. Crazy, right?
Yeah,
But
man.
we hit Ox, so that's not a whiff.
Okay.
That's not a whiff at all. Not a whiff at all.
Oh, did we do a natural draw and it was Gemstone Caverns?
Yes. We whiffed on the third dredger.
Yeah.
We didn't whiff overall because the Ox is going to be great next turn.
And we have a Silver
And we got the cool.
and an
The cool brings back
amalgam.
the amalgam. Yeah.
Okay. It's not the worst, but it's not the nuts that we wanted.
No, it's not the explosion, but it's a great.
I wonder if they go Saga. This definitely don't want to see Saga. What also sucks is that we don't have a dredger to dredge at our draw step. So we have to take a natural draw and just cast Ox.
Yeah, that's all you can do. That Gemstone Caverns is like a horrendous draw.
Yes, 100%. What else is new?
Oh, you left him in on the play.
Oh, ooh.
Or we left him in on the play.
Yeah, I was gonna
because
say.
Remember either. We.
All right, so depending on what they get.
Well, when we make good plays, it's you.
Yes, when I
Less
make.
mistakes.
So we can Ox here, or if they get Cauldra, do we double Dark Blast it, or do we just like go off? They
Let's see what they get.
They did get Cauldra.
They
so
get Cauldra.
we can't because there's Giver, so we can't do that because
Yeah.
Giver can protect Stoneforge. So we're just gonna try to pop off, I guess.
Yep, we gotta try to pop off.
And I mean,
pop
oh,
off.
there's a Stinkweed Imp.
Nice.
Okay, so we're gonna just cast Ox right now.
No.
No, you're
It
fine.
might come up. It might come up that you need a third lane to cast the Stinkweed Imp. So I'd play the Caverns.
Oh, because it discards your entire hand.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we play Stinkweed Imp. Oh, now we play Ox. Should we attack first? I guess it does, like because I mean maybe they like block and do something with Giver. All right, so we're gonna cast Ox here. Exile 8 cards. Does it matter? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You do lands first,
6,
and then
8.
anything else that's not.
Okay, yeah, we'll keep Gaze in the yard. Discard our hand and draw 3. So we're gonna start with Stinkweed Imp and then Dark Blast and then Golgari Thug. We hit Narcomoebas and Prize Amalgam. Okay, that comes in, and then that's it. And then Amalgam's trigger only
doing
one.
the thing, man. We're doing the thing.
So they do have Cauldra, which can block and exile our creatures, which is really annoying. They do have Saga going as well. So if they get this can get Shadow Spear put on Cauldra, and then it's just like, so I guess we'll see what they do. But
See what they do.
But if they do that, then they block Ox, but then they're taking 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And we could hit come flag, and that would be exact.
Since we only have Dark Blast in the yard, we do have Otherworldly Gaze
Yeah.
as well. If we wanted to set up our draw,
We could try to set that withdrawal.
that's 2 mana.
Yeah, if you gaze there, you're looking to find another Ox or flag or something, and another land to then be able to do that with. But let's see what they do.
I guess they could always pass and Cauldra on attacks. I don't think that. I mean, they have 6 cards in hand. They probably have a lot, but they're not making a construct. We're assuming they're just going to put Cauldra into play.
Yeah, I'd imagine that.
Do we want to gaze
So there is the turn of
or Dark Blast?
gaze for a better dredger, and then possibly get another land and a flag or something, and it's the same amount of cards seen as Dark Blast. It shuts down doing anything else, but we do have a Dark Blast in hand, which kills the Gingerbread, which is kind of like not nothing.
But they have Giver though.
But then it taps the Giver, which it was never going to block anyway. So
Do you think we should? I mean, we could get Dark Blast back and double Dark Blast. Like if they Dark Blast, they protect it, and then we Dark Blast it again. So then they're both dead. But then we swing in, Stoneforge Mystic activates, blocks Ox of Agonis. It's exiled, and then they get hit for 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Exactleys. All right, so we're just gonna do this pre-combat. Let's see if they go to save. If they do, they lose. Fairly confident, fairly sure. They Stoneforge Mystic activates, so 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. Again, it should be Exacleys if they go to save this. Oh.
Text on the card.
Yeah, but I'm okay with that. Like now we just swing in. So the problem is, well, no, they're not going to have enough mana because they're going to tap this for mana 1. Oh, no, because they have 2 mana. Yeah, I don't think they're going to have enough mana. I mean, we have to attack anyway. It's not like it's not an option, but
They'll have enough mana to go get Spear and equip it to Cauldron, I believe.
I don't think so.
I think so.
Because this costs 2. Nah, no, they won't. Wait, 1, 2.
They would play a land if
they might just have enough, but now they won't. This is an interesting. Okay, so they're gonna
make sure you Dark Blast
the Giver, so that way our what's it called doesn't die. And even if they do that, I think we still win that race because they're down to 6.
I think so too, because we only exiled 2 chills, right?
Only one chill. One chill. And if they do get the if they do that play, they can't attack, and we have a Stinkweed Imp in the yard.
Yeah.
And we have Gaze too to get like that maximum.
Yeah, but both is nice if you crack a land off the thing. So
okay, another suck.
So they do have enough to play an equip because equip is 2, right?
Yeah, so it'll be just enough. So let's see.
No, that's not the play.
I mean,
that's not the.
What else do they have though?
Oh, that's the play.
Oh no! Please don't have a hammer.
Yeah, we're dead to we're dead to hammer.
They gain 12.
Like we're not like dead, but like I don't know how we.
Yeah, I mean they'd have to flash it in. We need a like portable hole or wear tear.
Yep.
So that's why I think we should otherworldly gaze for one of those.
You can only once you otherworldly gaze, you will only have open 1 red black land. What can you get with 1 red black land?
God, if we had a rainbow, we'd be fine.
Yeah, like gaze is not looking great. Yeah,
yeah, and a natural draw probably isn't it either, right? So we just gonna go for it.
Nothing in hand that you're trying to cast. You want to land for.
Am I just dredging Stinkweed Imp then?
You just dredge, yeah.
All right, not even Dark Blast.
No, not you just Stinkweed.
Can we? Oh, it's a sorcery though.
Why don't you just conflict? So they would gain how much? They would gain 12 and go to 18, and they would block. They would block. Links to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, and they'd be at 6, and then they'd have a 12, 12, and we could put them to 3 by conflagging for 3.
Is it worth? Yeah, how about this? Is it worth it to attack with Ox, Narc, and Narc so that way it forces them to block the Ox, and then we only have 16 cards in the yard.
You mean in our library?
In our library, yeah. But I was gonna say it would force them to block the Ox, then we can get it back this turn. But we only have 16 cards in the library. But there is 3 creeping chills in there, but I don't know if that's because I would still put them.
The reason to not block with the other guys is then we can block on the way back.
I guess, yeah. I mean, it just forces them to put this in our yard, and then we can get it back again. But then they still go up to 18.
I think you do that play, but you just swing out.
Oh, how about this? We attack with if we had another Silver Smoke Ghoul, we attack with Ghoul, Narc, and Narc. Put them. This is it. Attack with them. Oh no, but then we can't conflag. I was gonna say we sack. No, because that's not gonna do damage. I was gonna say sack it so they don't gain life. They would only take 2 then.
And they could go to
and then we can conflag them down to 1
on another turn.
Yeah,
because that costs 2 mana.
Yeah.
I'm like,
do we just go all out?
Do we live with a 3/3 blocker? No, right? Because it'd be 12 minus 3 is what I'm like
9.
9. I know we do live.
We're at 16. Yeah. I mean, even if they put a hammer on there, they would need like double. If they have double hammer, we just lose anyway. So it's like whatever.
Then just swing out.
All right. I'm trying to think if there's like okay, they make that play anyway. Then they activate. Man, I wish
18.
Wish we had something just like instant speed blowout.
I mean, we have second main phase blowout where we ox and try not to kill ourselves.
Okay, ready?
So you gotta be really careful with what we actually dredge here.
Okay.
So exile things you can.
The lands
and the sorceries and stuff. So we have 16 cards. We can, if we hit 3 Stinkweed Imps, that's 15 cards, and that means we can take 1 draw step.
I think that's all we're gonna get anyway. So Stinkweed. I mean, we can just hit all creeping chills and win.
They're there.
And then cancel, or just take like a Dark Blast or something. It doesn't matter.
Just cancel and take a draw step at this point.
Wow, they were all at the bottom. Yes.
Good stuff, man.
Yes. Yeah, that was a good play talk through. We got there. Nice.
Next, dude.
All right.
I was about to high five you, but like you're like
Air 5. Love it.
Yeah, Air 5.
That was good, man. All right. All right, welcome to the final match. And like Jeremy Hines is saying, this is an easy keep because we have 2 enablers. We have at least 2 lands, and we're gonna go for it. So this is Thoughtseize proof. I would love to be on the play with this, especially because we're gonna get Thoughtseized. But yep, there we go. Like we said, Thoughtseize proof. Hopefully this isn't Rakdos, because that's just like an annoying matchup for us. Our Thrilling Discovery. We draw another, just a blank. Are we just playing Bloodstained Mire for tap shock?
Doesn't matter what shock you get.
Because we have all the rainbows?
In general, Blood Crypt or Steam Vents have their own merit.
All right.
But
I like Steam Vents.
I think
Barrenmore, Cycling, Overgrown Tomb, Tap. Love to see that.
What is this deck?
I don't know. This is
What
the
is this deck?
2/2 bracket.
Are they Loman?
I know, that's what it feels like Jund Loam. Draw Dark Blast. All right, so we're gonna go Mana Confluence, cast Cathartic, pitching Dark Blast, Stinkweed, and my bad.
So there is like some debate there what you wanted to pitch.
We wanted to pitch Ock.
Yeah.
So for some reason I thought we had 3, so that's my mistake.
Okay.
We draw 3, but we pitch and then we dredge Dark Blast, and then we dredge Golgari. Yeah, if we had an Ox in the yard, that would be nice.
The other argument is that like Stinkweed Imp could just like whiff, and then your Cathartic Union is completely thrown away instead of like. But the Ox in the yard is nice.
Oh, I got you too. Yeah, that's true. We want like 2 dredgers just in case. Okay. I feel less bad about it.
No, it's not like that's why I'm saying it's not like you definitely need to do that. Could definitely whiff.
Okay, so yeah, we got Narcomoeba and Prize Amalgam in the yard. They play Takanuma. So right now this is just like a black-green mid-range deck. Grist. Okay. Just
Yawgmoth with a Barrenmore?
No.
No,
they've been Bloodghast.
They've been Bloodghast. It is like a loam deck.
Ooh.
I love loam.
Right up our alley. So we're gonna dredge Stinkweed. Oh, hit 2 Creeping Chills. We're gonna Dark Blast this insect token and kill.
Oh yeah, brother.
So let's Dark Blast this. So Dark Blast insect token, swing a Grist, and then Grist. Should we cast a Thug? Because we can. We have so many other things. Because we have other dredgers in hand, it's okay to cast.
And we have Narcomoebas in play that they're likely to kill. And with a Narcomoeba in the graveyard, a Golgari Thug is a good thing to cast.
Oh,
because
true.
then when it dies, you put the Narcomoeba back into your library.
Yes. Nice little tech. Dredge has just like a lot of small. Okay, and they concede. Nice. All right, so because they're a loam deck, can we, I don't know what to expect here. Ley lines or like artifact? Like, this is tough.
I bet you if it's a loam deck, they're playing sagas, because like saga is a good thing to loam back. So saga decks are going to play small artifacts.
True. I like that.
So I like, but when I don't know what's going on, Wear Tear makes a lot of sense. And also the ley lines are good for protecting us from Thoughtseize. So we might be looking at 6 cards.
Okay. I can get behind that. I'm a sucker for overboarding, so creature-wise, I don't think they're going to be having small creatures necessarily. So at least 1 Dark Blast, 1 Ox, Gaze.
Narcomoeba, Tomb Scour.
Nice. Okay. And we'll keep the Conflag in because it should be a grindy game, but we'll see. And then like Portable Hole is another consideration, but instead of taking it, we'll just blow it up. So this hand has Tomb Scour and Thrilling Discovery and 2 lands. Cool. So if they don't...
When you have a hand that just does the thing perfectly, don't throw it back. You just have to like then play through what their hate is.
Gotcha. And it's Thoughtseize proof, sort of.
Yeah.
And we have 2 lands. Like, this league has definitely taught me we want 2 lands always. All right, so they play Urborg and Thoughtseize.
So they would probably take the Thrilling Discovery. We still have the Tomb Scour, which is not as powerful, but it is.
Yeah, we want them to take Thrilling because if they don't, that means they're going to take it next turn, and then we'll be extra sad. And
It'd be great if they took Stinkweed Imp.
That'd be awesome. It's good they played Urborg too, so that way we cast some black spells for free.
Oh, free.
Our painless opponent undecided on what to take.
Another fun or not fun interaction with using Urborg. Using the Urborg. I can't say that word right. I know.
I can't either. You can't. It doesn't tap for black.
The wording on City of Brass is when it becomes tapped. So it doesn't matter if you tapped it for its ability or if it became tapped from using the ability of Urborg.
Oh wait, I have to do this now. God. Second Ox. What we hit? We hit 3 Cathartic Reunion.
Gross. Oh my god, that's so gross.
No.
That's twice that's happened this league.
I know. We need a
like that exact thing.
Yeah, we need like a time twister to put that back in our deck. And we drew another
Gross.
ox too, so it's just like we're just doing absolutely nothing here.
A nice hand.
Before they stripped it. I mean, the fact that we didn't hit any dredgers is just terrible. All right, there's the Saga. You were right. Can't play Loam without Saga. Bloodghast.
We've called it Loam this whole time, but we've never actually seen a Loam. But if they don't have a Loam in their deck, I'm going to be very upset.
No! Oh my god, these draws.
Real bad.
Chill. Oxen to chill. Oh, that's painful.
It's just like makes me appreciate Lorcana, where you can like ink cards and stuff. So like we have like this chill that literally does nothing ever again for the entire game. You just like play it down as a land.
Yep. And this is probably gonna get grave hate too. All right, we draw
100%.
Did draw the wear.
Now we get to kill that grave hate.
So we're gonna kill the Saga.
If they get, I mean, probably.
What are they gonna get? The right? We don't want them to have two. Well, let's see.
I mean, you kill the Saga.
Yeah. Like they're gonna do a response, so we'll do it in response to them activating.
I guess you kill the Saga, yeah.
Yeah, because it turns off one construct and it makes it so that they don't get the.
Yeah, that's better.
Mm-hmm.
That's better. You're right.
You right, bro. Strip mine, baby.
Yeah, you get it.
All right, so they have a 1/1 instead of like 2/3/3s. Opponent is playing drastically on something. We casting Stinkweed Imp. Oh, it says add black, but when it becomes tap still. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
I didn't click first. Because this came out, like, the original was Antiquities, was it?
I don't think Antiquities was...
I mean, I'm sure they have, like, a bunch of Fatal Pushes in hand or something. Like, hopefully they still have all that junk. I don't know what they boarded him. I'm just sad we have 4 cards that do absolutely nothing.
Oh, duh. It was from our Arabian Nights.
Oh, yeah. Gonna get people yelling at us for that.
I think my version has the Arabian Night symbol on it, but it's not Chronicles or whatever it's called.
Yeah. What if they played Turok here?
That'd be sick.
That would be sick. They're fetching. All right, so there's the Fatal Push that we assumed. Like it was we wanted that there anyway, but now they get it.
I wanted that there anyway.
They get 3. Are they going to do something because they fetch like that? They have to have some other play. Witherbloom Command.
Okay.
Target player mills 3, and we lose some life. Oh, they milled 2 lands. Some value. I wish they milled us.
Yeah, right.
And they milled. Okay. So now that we have a dredger in the yard, now we have to go off. Oh, baby. Big hits. Narcomoeba.
Which has, what was that? 1 amalgam.
And then we'll just play Think Cleanup again.
Yeah. It loses us 2 life, but...
Oh, yeah. We don't have any other dredgers in the yard, though, which is, like, wild to me.
Yeah, so we got to block with it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, for sure. Easy block. Yeah, it's tough that we have these Creeping Chills. Ooh, and a Saga draw for them. Gets black.
It's getting late, dude.
All right, so this brings back Bloodghast, which has haste. So if they attack with everything, I'm still going to block the construct, though. Actually, do we have to? Because, I mean, I think we do just because this is only going to grow. And I don't know what 1 point is going to matter. This is just heartbreaking, man.
Yeah, it will grow. So I would...
Because this does have death touch anyway, so it doesn't matter how big it gets. But Vengeful Pharaoh.
Whenever combat damage is dealt to you or a planeswalker you control, if Vengeful Pharaoh is in your graveyard, destroy target attack creature. Put Vengeful Pharaoh. Okay, I've seen people actually play that card in Dredge.
Interesting, because it just goes to the graveyard.
Yeah.
That's kind of neat, actually. Oh, they're not attacking with the construct. Do we keep this? What do we want to do?
Block the Bloodghast right now.
These?
Well,
because
that does get really big next turn.
We are going to dredge it back, block with it anyway, but then it just adds +1. Again. Yeah, and we're going to lose 2.
So block that.
Yeah, if we're going to lose, like, this can block permanently anyway. That's really funny, though. So whenever it's dealt to you, so it's not in the graveyard. So right now it's just a 5/4 death shot. They were hoping to, like, loam it away or something, or whatever it's called.
We keep calling it a loam deck, but they've just, like...
Wait.
But...
Oh, no. Oh, I'm so dumb. I didn't block... I thought I blocked Bloodghast with this. I misblocked. So now Stinkweed Imp isn't in the yard.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah,
I am so out of it.
For some reason, yeah. And there's the Narcomoeba. Yeah, that's on me. I mean, I guess we just cast we were so enamored by Vengeful Pharaoh.
We were like talking through the value of like blocking this artifact that will get bigger next turn, and forgetting the entire reason to cast the Stinkweed is for it to die. Nice.
That was silly. I mean, I should have blocked Saga thing with Narcomoeba, and I thought I did, and the Bloodghast with Stinkweed, but apparently I did not. At least when this goes off, maybe we can see what graveyard hate they have. But again, I'm assuming it's what we assumed, just like artifacts with this. Put an ox in the yard, baby. Oh, man.
Yes, sacrifice a creature. Yay. No.
Well, we have to block this or we lose.
I just want the Stinkweed in the yard.
Yeah. What?
Fine.
I guess it doesn't. Oh, you know what? It does. Oh, well, yeah, because this.
They could just not attack.
Yeah, I was gonna say but that would be silly. All right, so we're down to 1.
We hit nothing.
Jeez. All right, same plan. Do we bring back City of Brasses now? All right, so we're finally on the play. We haven't been on the play yet. Do we want anything else Portable holes, not like I like this play, this Saga
Yeah, I like
Destruction,
this.
and we just need to draw better.
Do better.
Yes, we like to be on the play.
Mulligan.
Yeah, I was gonna say one land. We don't have ley lines, and we only have, if this gets taken, we just lose 2 lands,
Keep.
2 enablers. Are we just gonna pitch which one of these?
Well, in Vintage, it would be the Ghoul, because you could pitch the Amalgam to force. But here, I don't think it really matters.
All right, let's do this, because what stinks is that we don't have any dredgers. Maybe we can draw some. Place the event's tapped. Next turn, we will Cathartic away. Yeah, I would really love a dredger. We're gonna dredge away whatever we draw anyway. All right, so we cast that, discard 2 cards. Can you imagine casting that and not doing that?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oops. Yeah, I clicked. Holy crap. Okay, my bad. I don't know
okay.
what happened there. Holy. So yeah, so we don't do that. I accidentally discarded Cathartic Reunion, but we drew into 2 Tomb Scours, so we're good. God, I can't believe it. Well, what also stinks is that we bricked on dredgers as well.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Which was likely to happen, which is why having 2 of them.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Michael.
Well, having 2 of them made it more of a keep, because then, anyway, but it's fine.
Oh my gosh. Hopefully they're like, wow, he discarded Cathartic. He must really have a lot of good stuff going on over there. God, I clicked that, and then instantly my hand just like got shocked. I don't know. That was another tapped Baron more. Thoughtseize, I guess, takes Wear Tear.
Depends on what they have, yeah.
I would take Wear Tear. I mean, we can go double Tome Scour. That's 10 cards. They have to take Wear Tear.
It's fine. I mean, we drew the double Tome Scour. See, they respected the Tome Scour.
Yeah, I guess they don't have Saga, so we're gonna Tome Scour ourselves, hit an Archamoeba.
And the Amalgam is in our hand.
So annoying. I mean, at least we can.
But we hit Ox.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So hopefully they play a Saga this turn, and then we can tear.
There's no way they play a Saga this turn. If they took Tome, there's no way they play a Saga. Okay.
True.
Grist?
Yeah, because they know about it. I fucking told you that. Yeah,
dude, we're playing the most jankiest.
This is like my deck. I love this deck. They're playing Ashiok.
That's so absurd. I can't believe that.
If he ends up cutting the beginning of this video, like the intro, I mentioned that Ashiok is basically unremovable by the deck, because
well, now we get to hard cast all this stuff.
Is Matic ending? You play Portable Hole, and you miss things like
play against the one person in the entire like world playing Ashiok sideboard right now. Double Baron more into Boseiju.
Now what's nice is you can just kill it with
yeah, as long as they don't like push it. This league has just been like their Saga.
So they play Saga into the tear.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder why. But they also get
at this point, losing a land is not huge, but unless they're trying to cast huge,
they might cast a blocker, which is annoying. Grist blocks Prize Amalgam.
Unless we draw a Dark Blast.
They got rid of. They're not really getting rid of. They're getting rid of all lands. I meant like this is what we would have milled, just nothing or dredged. Yeah. I mean, so kind of making out. So I guess we just kill Saga and then attack. Well, let's attack Ash. We'll get like one more.
I think I like tear Saga, play Narcomoeba.
Yeah, I like that too. But they played that knowing that we had that, so I'm assuming they have something else.
Yeah, they might just have like the artifact hate in hand, so they played that as a bait.
Maybe, yeah.
It's not really a bait if the Saga does get the artifact hate, so it's kind of like
because you know they don't have lands. They have 4 spells in hand. I feel like they probably have like a second Ashiok. I bet
if this person plays 2 Ashiok like that, like
I mean, they're
I've
playing
only
Baron
ever
more
played 1 Ashiok.
Let's see if they cash this in. They have to cash it in, right? Because they know it's gonna die anyway. Grist makes a 1/1. So far behind. Shadow Spear. Yep. Do they equipped the insect? Thoughtseize.
Thoughtseize the Stinkweed and then use that.
That was smart of them. We're losing to the jankiest Golgari deck ever.
Oh yeah, I mean like Dredge loses to lots of weird things, casting spells.
We're just killing Grist, right? We're just attacking Grist.
Everything about what they've done has made our be completely like it's all we can do. It's all we can do.
I mean, yeah, they're just gonna keep making insects and putting Shadow Spear on it. I don't know.
Draw is a land.
Hard cast Creeping Shell.
We got nothing else going on.
What? Each player loses 1 life. Do we get rid of Prize Amalgam or because this can come back?
It can come back, but
it's
like
a 3/3.
It like won't come back. So I get rid of the Narcomoeba.
Okay.
If we had like things going on, but we don't have any things going on.
Should I pitch? I want to keep a Rainbow Land for black, right?
They have an Orberg in play, so you don't need that.
Oh, sick. So I'm going to pitch this, right?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, we don't have green, so.
We have all our mana for free.
Losing to Lone Pox over here.
So excited.
What's like our best draw?
I mean, it was a land because we could cast a Creep and Chill, but no, it's now no longer a land. It would be a thrilling discovery eventually. Maybe just Tome Scour.
Yeah, Tome Scour, I'd say. I mean, how many do we have left though?
I would take an Otherworldly Gaze.
2. We have 1 left, I think. All right, they make an insect, Withered Bloom, kill Narcomoeba, and then they mill themselves and play a Saga. All right, they're drawing very well as well, so that's not helpful. Do we get to put Grist to 1 or try to kill Grist, but they block here, Grist goes to 1. Yeah, we're just gonna lose the Saga. And see, this is why like I don't play Living End or anything like that, because you get, I mean, you can get the Stomp games, but then you get these games where it's just like
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta kind of enjoy the non-games. Like I enjoy the non-games a lot. Like this is one that we're probably gonna lose, but it's been like, you know, I mean our draws have not been great.
No. The fact that they had Ashe, they went Barrenmore. But the fact that their thing was so slow and then we just like didn't hit well. Just
Well, they went Thoughtseize into
no,
right. They went
that was like later.
They went Barrenmore, Thoughtseize, right? And Ashiok, or was the Thoughtseize not till a lot later?
I think it was later.
Then well,
I discarded the Cathartic Reunion, which wasn't good.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, that's why.
But then they Ashiok. So if we still had it, we didn't have any dredges to discard anyway, I guess. I don't know. But it still probably would have been better. Now they block here to save Grist. I feel like they shouldn't block with their construct token. They should just let Grist die here. Yeah, they just let Grist die.
Because we then died to those things.
Because now we just die to construct tokens.
Yep.
With its Shadow Spirit. We'll take 1 draw step. Graveyard Hate they have, or what they want to see what they get.
If we draw Cathartic, like Thrilling Discovery, and then another card.
Draw Skullball. This is what we're losing to. God. So 4, 5, 6, 7.
Does that exile the whole yard? Or is it just
no, this is return target creature from your graveyard to your hand.
That's what they went and got with the Saga.
Because they can get Grist back. We'll take a draw, even though I don't want to, because they're down like 7 minutes on the clock.
We could win by timing them out.
Nah, all right, we'll call it there.
So the way I like to think about it for people that are interested in playing Dredge or like not interested in playing Dredge anymore after watching that, if you play like a deck like a Jund or like I'd say like a Murktide or whatever, you are striving to have like 50% matchups across the board as best as you can to like balance things out, to like be prepared, know about the meta. With Dredge, it ebbs and flows in whether or not it's an even, but when it is playable or you just want to play it, you're targeting certain decks and you're like trying to win those ones really hard and hoping to not hit other ones. We just tried to beat Green Black Rock, which is like historically just going to crush you because they have like so much hate, but they had no hate. Our deck just folded. So we were never going to win that anyway. But, you know, they had Ashiok, the one card that I said that we just can't remove ever.
Yeah, but, it is what it is.
That's fine. Well, thanks for having me on, doing this with you. And this,
Thank you so much for joining me. And I'm glad we definitely learned a lot more about Dredge than we knew when we started. So that's good. If you're interested in being a guest on the next video, feel free to reach out and we can make it happen. Thanks so much for watching. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to hit that subscribe button and we'll see you next time. Peace.